All right. What is going on, everybody? How are we doing today? Today is probably the biggest day of the week, especially with Jerome speaking later. Man, good old JP is going to be speaking. We always like it when Powell comes out here. I will have him live, by the way, whoever's listening. I will have that whole event going on later today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. I will be live. I'll probably go live around 1:50, 1:45 or so. But we will be getting it there. Earnings lineup is pretty big for tonight. We can see Meta, Microsoft, Robinhood, APLD, Carvana, Qualcomm, Ford, ARM. All down there pretty good. SPY pulling back a little bit here at open. Held its ground pretty well from yesterday. Really not doing much. We can see it. The high of pre-market's essentially right in line with this slight pop in the middle of the day yesterday. Pretty much using that as resistance at like 630, 650. I'm trying not to draw 1,000 lines on my chart, but I'll add it on. It's like looking through window blinds right now. Too many SPY levels here. But hey, when you're asked about them all day long, what can you do? Get that XP, Mason. I like it. What's up, Christian? What's up, Tangi, Christian, Midnight, Joe Papa? Like that name. Huncho, Juan, Ubi, Autumn, of course. Ryan. Welcome. Tesla today. One of our favorites. Oh, wow. Had a good opening candle, but immediately gave it right back. Come on there. Don't be doing that to us now. SHOO, Steve Madden pulled back pretty hard here on their earnings. Looks pretty brutal. Recent big money play. Still like 2 months about left of the play, like month and 19 days, but not the best here for sure. You know what that means. Tesla fails, SPY's gonna go up. I kind of hope not today, Mason. You're probably right. SPY is actually holding its ground. That's funny. Let's go check it again. If I can type it in. Okay. Tesla gets under 320. I might just have to look at some calls. FNG. Go check Palantir. Popped off and opened pretty well, up to like 159 or so. Oh, fear and greed. Gotcha. I was like, what? Bank of America consolidating very hard. JP Morgan. Fubo, 15% today. Fubo. I was going to say, didn't they do this yesterday at open? What's going on with Fubo? Pretty insane, the price action that I'm seeing right now. Fubo. Not too bad. Better than a lot of other stocks that we've looked at today. Oklo straight up from open. Man, Oklo could be a fun one today. Keep your eyes there for a potential move. This is pretty good. You see neutral? Oh, fear now? Gotcha. Which website do you look at, Autumn? CNN, like everyone. Sorry, excuse me. CNN. SMCI up to $60.40. Oh, gotcha, Autumn. The Pulse. Gotcha. CGC. I was curious if you meant the one from like the Universal one or ours. Ask about Etsy. ETSY. There we go. Etsy hit $68, pulling back a little bit. Okay. They had earnings last night, or sorry, this morning. Looks like the earnings were a bit mixed. EPS looks kind of bad. Yeah, what's up with EPS there? That looks pretty brutal. How's MP? Popping up a little bit. 61.18. Not too bad. MP Materials has had some wild action in the short term. Looking at their stock, they've been consolidating a little bit the past few days, but look at that big jump that they had a couple weeks ago. That was pretty awesome to see there. There we go. Sorry about that. Bringing the watch list back up. FAT up 2.25%. Fat Brands. I find this one kind of funny. Checking video, one of the bigger stocks in the S&P. How we doing? Looking okay. 177.60. At least we had some nice upside action from open here. Probably helps the SPY a bit. BMNR is recovering. Now that's nice to see. It needs to break resistance though, 34.40. This is brutal. Had that crazy drop off here Monday morning. Technically, I guess Monday night, but talked about that one a ton yesterday. Good action, though. Like to see it, Charles. Yeah, you gotta love earnings, Autumn. You never know. Maybe there was like an outlook or something there. But earnings moves can be pretty crazy. A lot of times stocks go up even if they have bad earnings. It's just Wild. That's why earnings are kind of weird. Seen it go all which ways. It makes people really pissed whenever a big stock, like let's say Tesla. Like let's say that Tesla has like a really good report, but then their like stock drops or something. That's usually where people get pissed. Because everyone's long and then they're angry. Go check on App Lovin'. APP, not too bad. Better be careful saying that. Right, I worry about that for Meta and Microsoft. It could be the case. The earnings yesterday were terrible. I couldn't believe how many of the earnings went down. It was like 5 of the 6 ended up dropping off. Yesterday morning, those are some pretty big reports too. Meta, Microsoft, Robinhood, APLD, Carvana, Qualcomm, Ford, and ARM are the ones I'm naming. Kinross doesn't, they don't get a mention for me. Or else LRCX. KGC, Kinross. Been pretty solid. LRCX, Lam Research, pretty good on the recovery since April at least. I feel like the market is just chopping along with nothing good to watch and get in. I'm about to put in like some index ETF. Yeah, you know, it's really not too surprising if we do see a lot of chop today. Right now, you know, we're heading into a huge part of the week. HIMS is up 5%, Ryan just called out. Ooh. I think I found you a stock, Midnight. How is it not on my watch list? Oh, there it is. It's getting up there. All right, HIMS. That's a pretty nice move. That's what we like to see. HIMS looks like they took one of their own pills again. They keep taking... What do they call that? Like smoking their own supply or something? Or something like that. Ah, boing. Alright. Ooh. We brought Matthew out here today. High on their own supply. That's it, Brain. That's it. Tom, think you can pull up Bull's chart for sure. Looking at Tesla a little bit, they really bounced off that 320 level again. They really like that level in the short term. They continue to hold that. NNE thoughts, Mr. Wu said. Nano nuclear. Like the way it's bouncing today off 36. It's up into a pretty good range, too. I like the range that it's in. Little bit of resistance where I'm pointing to here that it's running into and kind of rejecting at. But overall, good momentum today. I kind of like it back up. As we zoom out, it has been downtrending the past few days. Could try to start forming a base here. Realistically, a good entry would be like if it pulled back today. If it pulled back to like $36, that could be a great entry point. Possible dip buy back up. Have to see if it plays out that way, but Palantir rejecting at 159. Pretty straight up from open there, too. Very hot stock in the short term, of course. Check in here on something. Coinbase. The crypto stocks had kind of fallen off yesterday. Coming back a lot better today, though. MicroStrategy isn't really recovering all that much. Looks nothing like Coinbase. CGC's up 2.45%. Holding over $1 right now, which is good. Holding $1. Kind of strange to say on a stock like CGC. Tempest AI. Not moving too much. Trying to recover, but not up a ton today. Still under $60, which kind of sucks. Spotify holding their 620 support after their earnings yesterday. Go back to Webull selling off. What happened, Webull? Going to the daily, Webull is starting to pull back pretty harshly. Pretty bad pullback on the daily. Watch out for $13. I like that as a possible support. Midnight said, what do you think is a good entry for Baba? I'm thinking close to 118. Midnight, we really need some good China news. The deadline is August 12th, apparently, so they're trying to get an extension done. I'm not sure if they got it done yet. I don't think they did. China's deadline goes out a little bit longer than the August 1st one does. Robinhood's going to be a big report tonight. I know a lot of people are looking at them. Holding well above $100 here in the short term. Earnings could go wild for them. NFL game tomorrow, Ryan. Is there really an NFL game tomorrow? What is that? Like a preseason or something? He might be midnight. I'm not sure there. I didn't see anything about a for sure talk on Friday, I didn't think. I thought he was trying to push Z to talk. I didn't know that there was a 100% certainty there. I'm going to see if I can find anything. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything confirmed, really. Oh, it's a Hall of Fame game. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, I think he was pushing for it, but this Friday, though, is the tariff deadline, though, for other countries. Yeah, Palantir ripping. Getting up to 159. Not bad today. Looks pretty bullish in the way it's moving. Let's see this trend. It's like right on this short-term trend here. This is a pretty good wedge. Lines up pretty well for Palantir here. You think SMCI is going to break through resistance today? SMCI has been very hot recently. I could see it getting through. There might be some type of reaction, but I could see it ultimately getting through. Yeah, Oklo, right, Mr. Wu? Pretty insane. Straight to the upside. SMR, same thing. They said, oh, I fell yesterday? Yeah, no. It does. My views, coin and MicroStrategy have been a little bit weak. It tried to recover a lot today. Now, as coin dips, I wouldn't be surprised if it started trying to bounce off support here. But you are right, it has been pretty weak. Very big support. Let's go back to Oklo. Thing's on fire. Probably going to slow down now. Funny enough. Great run, though, from this morning. Lucid has a campaign with a popular actor. Do they? It doesn't seem to be having the Sydney effect. I don't know if you guys have been seeing this, but Sydney's been now all in the news now. Ever since that AEO announcement, I've been seeing all types of stuff. Like a lot of political stuff even. AEO is actually falling off right now too. Granted, there could be a dip buy situation where it starts to rip here off the off of some type of support, but it's gonna need some hype to get back in. Play has lots of time, but pretty risky one overall. Yeah, they really are autumn. It's weird. Pretty crazy out there. No one's allowed to do anything cool. Sorry about that. I'm dying out here. I had to grab some water. Yeah, Hims crushing it up to 65. Wow, it might make a new all-time high today. I'm kidding. I doubt it does. That would have to be an insane move, but it's getting it done. That is insane. HIMS. Love it. 65. There we go. Pretty hot. Insane in the Membrane. I wish I could play that song. It's one of my favorites. No, you guys like that one. Him still crushing it out here. Looking at the economic calendar, don't forget FOMC interest rate decision later today at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by Jerome Powell's press conference at 2:30. I'll be live right here with it. Destroy that like. Yeah, I'll be here right around like 1:45, 1:50 p.m. Watch for the links in Discord, of course. SMCI again. Straight up as well. We are getting some of these like growth stocks moving a bit better here. Tilray's up 6%. TLRY up to 61 cents. So funny when you see how low this one's been getting. It's moving a little bit, but really not recovering up too much from earnings right now. Has a long way to go. ASTS climbing up the watch list today. Looking pretty solid with all these other growth stocks. Mr. Wu said Nvidia's stuck. Autumn said, I need Jerome to say something to sweet talk the market. I wonder what he's going to say this time. You know, he had that talk with Trump recently where Trump came to look at the Federal Reserve's renovations, and pretty crazy. Trump did say that they talked a lot about rates, and I'm curious to see how things go following those talks here at this decision. Trump seemed pretty positive, but who knows? Maybe we'll get some random surprise rate cut. That'd be kind of wild. I normally never say that, but you never know after the Trump talks. He probably said, I got y'all next month, baby. I wish that's what he says. Yeah, in September. I got you. I got you. That's funny. NNE bouncing around 37 here. Pulled back slightly. See if it can hold. Still looking at BMNR. Slowed up a little bit at the high of the day. HIM's up 6.4%, pulled back a lot now. Hit $65 and pulled back pretty harshly. Watch out, this is like the worst pullback on the way up so far today. Ha, hog. Moving a little bit. HOG. HOG had earnings, of course. 20%. Yeah, 21%. Wow. Looking at the daily, they're coming back pretty well. They needed a good report. Wow. Yeah, they needed that. Will this start to kick off like a slight uptrend for Hog? That would be nice. Autumn said news catalyst. I think it's just the earnings, really. The earnings got him. Go read into it, maybe see if there was some news with it. Rallies. It says stock rallies despite slump in bike sales. Okay, that's nice. They sell 4.9% stake to KKR and PIMCO. Interesting. They sell stake and financing arm to investors. Weird. The CFO reportedly says that they expect to save $100 million in 2025. That sounds fire. Sounds like they're mainly moving off of, yeah, they missed EPS. They beat revenue. Okay. Kind of mixed, but sounds like some positivity maybe on the conference call. Mr. Wu said, is it a true race between AMD and NVIDIA to get to $200? No, it's actually not even a close race, Mr. Wu. If AMD gets to 200 and is higher than NVIDIA, that actually does not even mean that AMD is larger than NVIDIA at all. It's a little bit weird the way that the market works. Like, if you go look at something like Apple, you know, it's $210 a share, right? But you go look at something like AZO. AZO is $3,900 per share. That doesn't mean that AutoZone is bigger than Apple, though. You know, that's not how that works. What it is it has to do with how many shares are on the market and things of that nature. That's kind of how these stocks work to get their market cap. So you have to really look at market cap. If we go to something called Slick Charts, you can look at the S&P 500 rankings. You can see NVIDIA all the way at the top with a weighting of 7.58% in the S&P. As NVIDIA's market cap goes up or down, it'll shift on this chart. If we go on here and find AMD, I think they're like 50th or something, if I'm not mistaken. Did I miss them? Maybe they're not 50th. Maybe. Oh, there they are. They're 28th. Sorry. AMD's at 0.51%. Now, I don't know their exact market cap, but we can go to the market cap. Market cap rankings. Here we go. I was looking for this website to pop up. Now we can see the real market cap. You can see NVIDIA at 4.346 trillion. So it's a $4.3 trillion company at NVIDIA. We scroll down to AMD. Where was it? I swear I just saw it. Is it not on here? Here, I'll just do this. Oh, they just call it AMD. That's dumb. Yeah, 289 billion. Not even a trillion. Like, they're like one, I don't know, like 1/10, under 1/10 of, of NVIDIA's market cap. That's funny. Yeah, so it's not really like a close race there at all. NVIDIA's killing them. Killing them. And plus, if NVIDIA didn't split, it would be like $5,000 a share right now or something, right? It's cool to hit it, though. Yeah. I know a lot of people out there don't know that, so I figured I'd go over it real quick. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about that lately. Tesla looks pretty good right now, kind of breaking out of this wedge. Let's go check Palantir. Thing's been ripping up to the top of its range here. I like this resistance around 159. That is true, Ryan. That's funny. Yeah, like I said, they'd be like 5,000 plus, or who knows what they'd be right now. I could go do the math. Let's go see. They'd be sitting around. Oh, okay, 10 for 1. Like 1,700. Maybe I was a little off on 5,000, but that's okay. Can you give an analysis of KO's stock? I actually like KO quite a bit. It's just something you got to be a bit patient with. I really like the way that it bounced yesterday. I was looking for more of like a continuation to come in today. Unfortunately, it's not really breaking that high from yesterday though. But if it does, I could see it moving up. I actually like the channel that it's in here, and it continues to bounce off this support. Now, if it starts to fall under here, it's going to have to be cut. You know, it's a play that if you're trying to swing like options or something like that, you know, you're just going to have to understand that it shifts to the downside if this does start to break. But I do like the possibility of it holding. It does seem like it's tested this like 20 times now. So for a total swing, I'm not a huge fan, but I do like the possibility of a 69.50 breakout over the next couple days. If we see that, maybe hit on a play and maybe try to catch a run, kind of like what we saw yesterday at open. Brain said it's shake time. It is shake time. I got some yogurt right now too, Brain. Tom trying to roll cash secure puts. A struggle to fill the short-term roll order. Do you think buying it back and opening a new order and risking slippage is worth it? It could be. It could be. I'm guessing you're trying to roll one that's pretty high, Ryan. Like I always like to say, man, if you enter one of those, just get the shares. But obviously, sometimes things happen. Bull. He goes bull. The second I read bull, I was like, oh, I know. Let's see. Yeah. Might not be a bad idea to try to roll this one. If you start getting stuck into a situation, though, where bull starts to pull back under 10, I mean, I don't know what we're going to start doing. But, I do think that it could end up coming back here. So rolling, it's not terrible in my eyes. $14. I was thinking you probably had 14 or 15. I feel like you could keep rolling it here at 14. You might risk a little bit of slippage closing it and buying a new order, but I don't think it's the worst thing to do. If you had 15, you'd be in the gutter. Not necessarily. I mean, they're still pretty close. They did fall very hard, but they could come back too. It's a stock that has some wild action. I'm thinking more of like this, Ryan. Like, as the weeks go by and the months go by, you know, if it drops down to like 13 and then consolidates and then even like, you know, drops further. I'm thinking more like, you know, around like October, maybe something like that. You know, you start to get like a comeback going. As long as it holds this lower end of the range. So I don't know how good you could be with, like, let's say averaging in. Maybe sell like a 12 to go along with it. Maybe a 10 to go along with it. Something like that. But I could see it playing out kind of like this, potentially. If it doesn't, I would think it holds 13 and, you know, tries to come back from there. But it's kind of wild here. Tessie still sitting at resistance. How's Oklo doing? Oh, coming back. There we go. Making a comeback today. I like it. They pulled back a little while ago and have been stuck. Good to see it. SMR too. Same thing. NNE. Very similar setup. NNE actually just made a new high of the day. You're looking for some momentum out there. Ryan said, yeah, there's good support around $12 to $13. Thank you. MRVL, what the hell? Ooh. Whoa, what the hell's right? Little 10% move. They announced a collaboration with Rebellions to offer higher performance, energy efficient AI systems tailored for regionally driven and sovereign-backed AI initiatives across APAC and the Middle East. Okay. Offer high-performance, energy-efficient AI systems. Okay. Very nice. Yeah, sounds pretty nice. You know, anything with AI recently has been getting things moving. Also had some Morgan Stanley price target adjustments up to 80 from 73. That's not bad. That's fire. Yeah, killing it. 10% on that. Look at that daily. They just officially filled the gap. Back on to Oklo. Let's see SMR. Both just kind of slow. Juan says, I'm excited and nervous for Powell. Hope it's not a sideways JP day. Let's see a $20 move. We'll have some polls going later on for JP. On the next live later on. Don't forget, I'll be going live again around like 1:45 Eastern time. We always get the Jerome Powell events here. We're going to see so many Powell memes today, I have a feeling. Nice jump, though, by MRVL. Still moving pretty well intraday, too. Very nice recovery here. If you're looking for some momentum. MRVL. Getting some action. Tesla actually doesn't look too bad. Coming up to test this resistance again. This is like the third test today. Maybe we can get a breakthrough finally. It's up 0.52%, but nothing really significant right here. Check in on AEO again. American Eagle. Still falling down, sadly. CVS Health. No shot. Starting to move a little bit. Walgreens. Haven't checked on Walgreens in so long. Walgreens. Donkey Green, some people called it. That's funny. It did actually bounce. It's holding its lower end of its range well. I forgot what happened with them. Did they get a merger or get bought out or something? Yeah, the Sycamore buyout deal. That was it. Every time I check in on them lately, I'm like, the PA is so terrible. It has came up well from 820, but good morning, Demure. Oklo pulling back again. Slight pullback there. Hims has been a very hot stock today. Just made another new high of the day, actually, a couple minutes ago. Everybody's been loving on Hims again. Demir made a tiny scalp on NVIDIA. Nice. NVIDIA's been pretty consistent this morning. 1.7%. We do actually have a chip stock reporting tonight, I believe. Yeah, Qualcomm. I mean, there's Meta and Microsoft, too. I don't know if you count them as chip stocks, but... Qualcomm hitting resistance there, 163. MU starting to move, Ahmad said. Micron. Wow. Really nice. Yeah, the chip stocks are loving this action today. You got MU, Qualcomm. How's ARM? Nah. AMD's pretty solid too. Don't forget about them. Running up to around 180 right here. I seen REPL today, Mr. Wu. I've been seeing that one out there. Bought MU calls at open. So happy, Charles said. MU calls 114.80. Not terrible. TSLA sitting around 323, rejecting again. Wow. Another rejection at resistance on Tesla. Keep it on the radar for potential breakout. I'm going to set an alert so we can be alerted if it does start breaking. Ellen says, I think I'm magic. As soon as I sell my play, it pumps or dumps in the direction I was playing to FOMO me. They know you're trading it, Elton. That's what it is. Kidding, of course. Kidding. The SPY just pumped. 636.60. Nice comeback starting on SPY. Hit resistance, though. We have a big red candle off that first touch. We'll see if it can get through. Oh, that's good, Elton. That's good. That's good. That's good. I was worried that, you know, you took a bad L or something. I remember yesterday, though, Elton. What are the odds Tesla stops dilly-dallying around? Here, I'll tell you the odds.
60% of the time, it works every time.
Those are our odds right there. Powell speaks at 2:30 for Oz, but the interest rate decision comes out at 2. So 2 p.m. and then 2:30 p.m. Powell speaks at 2:30. I'll have it live right here, and I'll be posting links up all over the Discord. Ryan, I'm going to go live right around, we'll say 1:50 p.m. EST. About 10 minutes before. It'll probably be more like 15 minutes before, but, you know, you never know how things go. 1 second here. All right. Oh, see you later, Ryan. See you later at JP. Yeah, Tesla really is dilly-dallying, isn't it? Pretty hard. Oklo keeps holding 75, even though it's looking a bit weaker here today. You know, obviously not near as good as right from open, but it is holding the 75 support pretty well. Maybe getting some consolidation before a bigger move coming in. LC is up 22%. Lending Club. And they even dipped it open. It could have been a lot better. Yeah, great earnings it looks like. Wow. Lending Club. Buy now, pay later. I don't think that they necessarily do that, but I know that they do personal loans and I don't know what else, but tons of weird things like that. Probably auto loans and... How's a firm, speaking of those things? Pretty good. Nice recovery from the April lows, at least. What else is buy now, pay later? We have a firm. Does PayPal do that stuff now? They dipped down pretty hard recently. Let's see, I'm looking for some. Square. Or, well, XYZ, technically. Block, sorry. Yeah, PayPal. Affirm. Affirm's really the big one that I think of every time. Hog could start pushing up that $30. Let's see. Looks great on the daily. If it could push 30 intraday today, that would be awesome. I'd be pretty surprised, though, but... yeah, that would be sweet. Still a way off to 30, but I believe. As long as you believe in it, Brain. I'm just kidding. If you're just now joining up, destroy that like button. Let's go. 17 likes. These are rookie numbers out here. Boeing. Checking in on them after their earnings drop yesterday. Moving back up today to almost 232, up 2%. Not bad, but as we can see, not really very close either. You're out now, Midnight. See you when JP speaks. Sounds good, Midnight. Sounds good, sounds good. Hopefully the SPY doesn't just stay stagnant here. It tried to get that run going and has just been chopping around like 630, 650. Seems to be trying to hold it, though, for a continuation on the run. Might see like 637 starting to push. That'd be perfect. Pretty good hold, yeah. Good hold. I like 323.50 right there. Not bad. Tesla, of course, rejecting harder here. Could not get through. Still dilly-dallying. You've been watching for a few minutes. You know it's been stuck here. What's up with Citigroup today? C is up 1.12%. Pretty sure the other banks weren't doing that. Maybe I just tuned in at the wrong time earlier. Bank of America's not bad. JP Morgan pushing back up to 300. Wow. Continue to get the job done with the banks here. Not bad. JP Morgan. Wow. Really good. Oklo still holding its ground. Might try to go for that high of day break here soon. It's been consolidating hard at 7%. Yeah, I like it, Bran. I like the way it's holding its ground here right now. I could see a good push come in. Sorry, I had to destroy a water. Yeah, pattern looks good. Support looks good. Pretty nice. It could be. I lean more up, honestly, but we'll see. Go see SMR here. Pulling back to $50 support. Now, this one looks like more of a better dip buy in the way in which it fell down. Pretty nice, actually. Go back to our watch list again. Let's look at what's leading the watch list down. Garmin, GRMN. Earnings, I figured it was earnings. SoFi as well. We all know they've been pretty weak. Trying to make the comeback, but crazy how much they ran up with earnings and then died. It's just such a weird setup that went on with that one. utterly insane, I'd say.
Like a Hellcat.
Go check Pony, which is also falling off quite well. Man, some of these AI stocks are really pulling back here today. Open Doors down quite a bit. Not too bad. Too bad Oxy fell. Oxy had a pretty nice setup yesterday night, but do analysis on Rivian, sure. RIVN. Looking at Rivian here. Pulling back quite hard. Rivian has been stuck in this phase of downtrending. It looked like it tried to break that here on this recent run, but again, it fell back down. In the ultra short term, like the past couple weeks, rejected really hard at $14. I'm not a huge fan of going long until like 14 starts breaking here, or until we start to identify a better support bounce a bit lower, but I have been watching this overall trend with Rivian, and it keeps holding it here. So maybe if it touches that trend, you can start to look at it for a possible buy. But I'm not a big fan of it until it touches the trend. Now, if you're looking at intraday setups, it's kind of boring today, I would say. Just drop down and very flat. I definitely lean more down than up, though, right now. Pony. 13.30. Down 1.7%. Not bad. Not my favorite move. Yeah, definitely not my favorite move out there. Bob said Apple. Or Bobby said Apple, sorry. Pulled back pretty hard today. Apple looks rough. Brutal rejection in the short term at that 216 resistance. I wouldn't be surprised if it tried to pull back more, honestly. SUPX. Earnings tomorrow, yeah. They are tomorrow. I've been very curious to see how they're going to report, too. If we zoom out on the daily chart, Apple sitting at this resistance is brutal. It's just stuck under this. It really needs a good report to get through here. If the report's bad, it could be rough.
I said I'm moving too fast, didn't even get a glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We on, hating because you want, shining like it's neon, rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave.
That's a big resistance, though. If it's a bad report here, Apple would look a brutal selling back down. If it gets back to like 195 again, that would be terrible. But all right, we're probably going to call the stream here, guys. Got a lot going on in the short term. Don't worry, you guys will see it. Google V-shaped recovery. Oh, wow. What a wild run there, Demir. Very up and down. All over the place. Yeah, no problem, no problem. Of course, I'll be live for Jerome Powell later today. Don't forget. 1:45 to 1:50 p.m. Eastern Time, right around that range. I'll be posting it up all over Discord. You'll have the FOMC interest rate decision and Jerome Powell live. All right, let's go.